when I started reading this article, I was thinking about, well, why would the Chinese government, why are they trying to infiltrate our justice system? And are they responsible for some of the unrest and for some of the unease that we see on the streets? And for a long time, I've been really focused on trying to identify what BLM wants to do. So why am I talking about the Chinese government and BLM? What does Black Lives Matter want? What do they want to do? What is their stated purpose? If you remember, if you're a regular on this channel, and if you're not, hit subscribe. But if you remember, I've been very, very interested in learning what Black Lives Matter wants to accomplish so that we could help them, right? I'm a big advocate of justice reform, but I need something to do. We need something. What do we want to do? Do we want to end qualified immunity? Do we want to terminate police unions? Do we want mandatory body cameras? Do we want greater discipline? Do we want to give them pay raises? What is the solution? What is it? And I have not been able to find a solution from Black Lives Matter or from the protesters or from Antifa. I don't know what they want, other than, to me, it seems like the stated purpose of their goal, what they're intending to do, is just to cause chaos and unrest. And when we started poking through this, we started to see some other articles. This one comes over from the Heritage Foundation. It's a senior fellow. His name is Mike Gonzalez, and he discovered that there is this organization called the Black Futures Lab, which you can see here. This is their logo. And we're going to see that there are some pretty strong connections between BLM, or the Black Futures Lab, and the Chinese Communist Party. And specifically, you'll see here, when you go over to their website, this is what it looks like. So if you want to go support Black Futures Lab, you'll see that you can do so. You can make any contribution that you want. And are you ready to join us? Well, sure you can. Just keep in mind that this is fiscally sponsored project of the Chinese Progressive Association, which is directly connected to the Chinese. And so many of the Chinese Progressive Association of San Francisco are members of this organization called Left Root, which is an organization that overlaps a lot with the Chinese Communist Party. And so there's this sort of interwoven web of the Chinese infiltrating different areas of the movement, right? They're infiltrating the New York Police Department. They're infiltrating the other side. They're infiltrating the Black Futures Lab. They set this up, or they sponsored it by the Chinese Progressive Association. So why are they playing both sides here? Why are they, influencing New York Police Department, but also influencing the Black Future Labs? What's going on here? Why are they doing that? Maybe because of their interest in causing an unrest, in causing civil discord, in funneling people to just be mad, but mad without a purpose or mad without a solution. And that's what we're trying to do on this channel, is just propose and discuss some solutions, trying to be useful, trying to be helpful, trying to improve the justice system, trying to educate and shine some sunlight on a lot of the problems that we see as practicing criminal defense attorneys. We have a whole office of people here who live every day in the justice system. We see a lot of problems with it. But how are we supposed to operate when we have foreign governments influencing the New York Police Department to do one thing, and then also influencing the Black Futures Lab and organizations that are closely connected to Black Lives Matter to do the other thing? Of course, we're going to have continuous unrest. Of course, we don't want to see it. That officer, whose name is extremely long and I have a difficult time pronouncing it, is a bad popo. And we cover all of the bad popos on this show.